Force USA has built a serious reputation in the home gym space. And today, we're gonna see what they're bringing to the table next. Here at Home Gym Con, we're gonna check out their newest releases, some of their fan favorites, and their yet to be released prototypes to see what's in store for the home gym market. The No Fate channel, checking in. Here we are, Home Gym Con, Force USA, a company known for premium equipment that goes beyond the extra mile in terms of quality, detail, and innovation. And here you see we've got the dual tandem tower setup. This is like a commercial setup where you get two different cable systems. You're able to do those wide cable flies, and you even have a whole bunch of other options in terms of connecting pull-up bars, dip handles, and the whole 9 yards. And if you get their tandem tower and you're doing lat pull downs, they've got the seat here, but it's got a little bit of a secret. It is completely adjustable. Damn! And behind me is Force USA's brand new M10. They went ballistic on this thing. They took what we loved about their previous equipment, all of the nice touches. We're talking adjustable pull-up handles, pivot arms that you can lock in, or they can be freely adjustable so that when you're working out with them, you can take some stress off of your elbows or do some fun full range of motion functional training exercises. And look at this attention to detail. You get this beautiful safety with your liner to protect your barbell, but it also has a pop pin so that once you lock it into place, you don't have to worry about your safety. But here's a little secret. You don't have to set this up like this at all. You can remove this support beam, put it up top, and you can actually remove the weight storage, and now you can work out on both sides. If you have a big gym and you want to do bench in the front, squat in the back, boom, you absolutely can. And down here is a dirty secret for all of you absolute gray back gorillas, because when it comes to a cable machine, that 2-to-1 ratio feels great, buttery smooth, but often it's not strong enough to handle your max lifts. Well, they fixed that. You just pull this up, give it a twist, and now you've got a 1-to-1 ratio.
That was easy.
And if that wasn't enough, if that wasn't nearly enough for you absolute monster, you can add bands to this thing and get the sickest pump of your life. Force USA is in the business of solving problems. Now, when it comes to a Smith machine, people love them, but there's two issues. Number one, they don't go high enough. So they basically just get in your way when you're working out or trying to go in and out of your rack. Well, this one, look at, I'm 6'1", and I'm walking underneath it. I'm not ducking. And the other issue is how low can it go? Can you do deadlifts off the floor? Look how low this is. This is ridiculous. If I had plates on the sides, the plates would be actually hitting the ground. So you can do deadlifts, you can do RDLs, you can do bent over rows, pendulum rows, you can do it all. And we've got a brand new prototype, a belt squat that allows you to connect it directly to any cable system you own. You just clip this in and you are off to the races. You can adjust these in terms of setting that angle, in terms of how you want your foot to be placed specific to the exercise that you're doing. Obviously, this is set up right now for deadlifts, but if you disconnect this from the cable, you can also use this for landmine rows. And a little birdie told me that they're actually coming out with a specialized connection to connect a Voltra for all you Voltra heads. Now, Force USA, they could just sit down and continue to sell their fan favorites for years to come and make bank. But they don't do that. They're innovating. We got a prototype M20. This is the 3x3, which people love because of that standardized 1-inch hole, 2-inch offset. And it's got the beautiful functionality of, if you want to have a stabilizer bar in the back and weight plates on the sides, you can. But you can also set it up for a dual station situation. So you can bench in the front, overhead press in the front, squat in the back, whichever you want to do, and open this thing up for multiple users at the same time.
Shut up and take my money.
Force USA has something for everyone's home gym footprint. We've got the C20 here, the 3x3 uprights with the full half rack in the front, but the functional trainer in the back, along with the Smith machine. And it's got that rear taper to save you space and to open up different areas where you can put this in. If this Force USA video gets 100 likes, then I will fly to their headquarters in Utah and use their headquarters as my own personal gym for the day. And I'll do a $100 giveaway to boot. So hit that like button and of course, hit the subscribe button. Nolan from Force USA, and this dude's an absolute savage. When most people take on the Murph Hero Wad like me, they break it up into small, easy chunks in order to give themselves a rest. This guy, not so much. He does it all the way through the hard way. So here at Force USA, you got a ton of great products, you got a ton of new releases, you got prototypes. Which one is your favorite? Which is the one that we've got to highlight no matter what?
It's like asking what my favorite child is.
It's a Sophie's Choice situation right here. Here we go. Gotta give me one.
I would say the M20 is my favorite as of right now because we're finally getting to get in the space of the square power rack.
Okay.
So now we're playing in the game with the Rogue, the Reps, and all the rest of the world, all those that don't want a tapered back. Now we have something that does all the things Force USA does, but now in that square profile.
You've got a ton of equipment and you've got a ton of small niche features that I think a lot of people miss. Give me one feature that people often overlook, but once they actually utilize it, they appreciate it.
Probably resistance bands on the freestyle pulley arms. I think that is such a small feature that we include with all of the gyms, but people don't use it. And so when you apply that to like our unlocked mode, which we call flow mode, and you put the resistance bands on there and you do like an athletic movement, it feels so good because that resistance band's always pulling you back. And then because it's moving with your range of motion, it allows you to adapt to it.
Right. A lot of times with consumers, we only see the final product, what goes to market. But what's one of the pieces here that looks simple but took forever to engineer?
I mean, sliding bench is definitely one of them. And we have one of our final products, or I should say prototypes of that. That's probably the most intensive when it comes down to like development and just how long it's taken us to get to where we are. It looks simple in the sense because it's a small bench, but everything it does is so complex.
And I haven't seen anything else like it, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, we're at Home Gym Con and everyone's selling home gym equipment, but what puts Force USA over the top? What sets you guys apart from so many of the others?
Dude, honestly, the options, like everything that we come with, 1,000 square foot booth this year, we filled it to the gills. And as you walk through every single piece, I mean, you could spend an hour on each piece.
I've been here longer than an hour, I'm not gonna lie. And not only the piece, but all of the small attachments that go with it. It's just kind of like, it is crazy.
Absolutely. Well, we came to play. We wanted to show what we were capable of, but every single piece has an ecosystem, has an attachment. There's so much that goes into like each and every detail.
Now, there's a long-standing controversy in the home gym multiverse where people feel they must have 3x3 uprights. And while I don't necessarily always agree with that, what's your take on the 3x3 versus say a 2x2 but 11 gauge steel?
You're talking to a guy that uses the product firsthand. Some of you have seen my garage gym. Most of my stuff in there is 2x2. And I'm not a small guy, but I'm also not a big guy. And I can use whatever it was. So even when I'm lifting heavy, not once have I used a 2x2 upright built by Force USA have I felt like it's gonna collapse or fall on me, right? Like
it's got 1,000-pound weight capacity. I mean, no offense, you're not that strong, guy.
Exactly, that's true. You know, and I'm not that strong.
Not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy.
But the whole point of this is that you got 11 gauge steel wrapped into a 2x2. So I would say a 2x2 that's done right, and it's actually designed to withstand that weight that's actually written on the label. That's the most important part. And then also having a rack like that that's still an all-in-one that has all this ability, and you don't have to get into it at $6,500.
But what's nice too is when we think of like a 2x2 rack, we think of like cheap attachments, I'm not gonna lie.
100%.
But the attachments that I saw here with these pop pins, they're looking nice. And this FTR is a great piece for those of you that are looking to conserve space. You do get the 3x3 1-inch holes uprights in the front, but you get a tapered rear end, allowing you to kind of save a lot more space or even kitty corner this if you want. And you get all the bells and whistles and attachments that Force USA is known for. And Force USA continues to experiment and develop and partner with other companies in order to bring you some crazy things. Obviously, these are nowhere near to be released yet, but when they do, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And Force USA doesn't just make racks and cable systems. Yep, they've got leg machines. This is the prototype Ridge line, that commercial quality, and I don't have a date for when it's gonna be released, but oh, it feels great to use.
Perfect.
And one of the problems when it comes to a home gym is trying to train your legs. We love those leg machines, the leg press and hack squat from our local gym, but we don't have the space for it. Well, we've got the CLP.
What?
This compact leg press comes with a massively wide footplate plate, so you don't have to sacrifice on anything. It also comes with a calf raise block that you could remove, and you can even adjust it how deep it is. These shoulder pads actually come in and go out to better align with your body, and the backrest can even be adjusted higher or lower depending on your height and your needs to really dial this piece in to your body type to make it feel perfect when you're training. This also has weight storage in the rear, and one thing that people overlook all the time, a safety, so that when you're training home alone, you can make sure that you're not going to be found dead underneath a whole bunch of weight. If you were looking for the lowest cost home gym equipment, clearly Force USA isn't that. They're making premium equipment and they charge a premium price. But the truth is, when it comes to something that you're going to be using almost every day for the rest of your life, why would you want to cheap out on yourself? Get yourself something that's going to feel good, that you're going to enjoy using, that is premium, that's yours, that you've put your hard-earned money into, and you are going to utilize day in and day out. Because this home gym equipment, it doesn't go bad. It's not a banana. It's not a car that has a certain amount of mileage before the engine blows. This gym equipment will last you a lifetime. And that's what Force USA is making. Premium gym equipment for the rest of your life.
Forever.
And they are utilizing some really interesting designs to capitalize on space and productivity for those of us with home gyms that want like a nice easy flow and don't have like a ton of room to set up millions and millions of individual stations. That's what Force USA has brought to Home Gym Con. New releases, new ideas, and a few prototypes that are gonna give us a look in what's shaping the home gym community next. Let me know in the comments down below which of these pieces of equipment you'd want to train on first. As usual, if you made it this far in the video,
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.